Okay, this match is from the Europen finals again, and this is Spartako against Clemento. Nice rhyming game, and it's France against Italy. I'm going to turn the pitch setting off, but good to get those in the first place. Cool. So we've got Bretonians against humans on the other side. We've got humans with an ogre. So we've got Bretonians with leader, sidestep. So a bit different actually. 2 sidestep, guard. So the guard is fairly standard, but you've got some sidestep instead of some dodge there. On the other side, we've got a guard ogre, lots of guard blitzers, tackle mighty blow blitzer, so that might prove a sort of pivotal piece. Leader catcher, interestingly, so using a double skill there. Let's see how the game goes. So we've got 2 inducements, we've got a couple of stars, I think. So we've got BoGrets on one side, and we've got Karla von Kill on the other. So yeah, star heavy game here. So let's see how this one works out. So always good to see who wins the toss and decides. So it's very sunny, so obviously going to avoid passing. Spartako chose heads and chose to receive, actually, interestingly. Okay, cool. Just bow back, and then is that perfect defense? No, it's, oh right, just setting up, and it's a riot, so we're just losing the first turn. Okay, cool. So bow on the ball. Is that touchback? And so Bretonian's getting some hits in early. No damage on that top side. Let's see if he, and then he goes down, but no players leaving the pitch. The human's just getting in the way and blitzing with the ogre there. But sidestepping, and the push was there. So yeah, interesting with the sidestep, and obviously bow sidestep as well. Bow's not a passer, but bow can obviously run up and hand off the ball to a blitzer as required, and the blitzer's got catch. So it is a 3+ with catch to get the ball, but obviously got the 1 in 9 chance of failure. So if the plan is to hold bow back and then either go left or right, up or down, I suppose, based on how the game goes. So I suppose it's more of a risk than I would want to take, but obviously he's had good success with it, and he's one of the best players in the world, so far be it from me to criticise. But obviously he's got this whole line because he hasn't committed to going either way, and so the humans are just sort of trying. Oh, ouch! Was that a dodge? So that was a dodge to nothing, in which the guy died. That's rather unfortunate. So he was just dodging out to keep himself safe. Elves do that all the time. Humans less good at it. So able to make some progress down this side now, because we're in turn 5 of the Bretonian half. Nothing much had happened before that. And now Bo's running forward and going to be protected by the rest of the Bretonian team. So he wasn't going for the handoff, he was just going for running forward and deciding which side to commit on. So basically he had the whole line there, and then he decided to move on a side that was where there was a gap, basically. So he decided to move down that side. And so are the humans going to be able to get in the way is the question here. Obviously they're going to be able to get a decent number of people in the way, but then how are the Bretonians going to react to that? So that was an interesting little bit there. So if we just move back briefly. So obviously, what we see in this situation is that it's so important to get players over that he uses the blitz, even though he could have blocked with the lino. He chooses to stand up with the blitzer, hit the guy, and then move. So position and movement can be more important than getting more hits in quite often. That's a lovely jump up kill from Karla. Absolutely love jump up on Karla and Zara as was, but Karla now obviously. And so he's doing the switch. So he committed to one side, but Bo's got enough speed to zoom to the other side. Has Bo got sure feet? Yeah, sure feet. So he can just move 8 in sure feet. So it can move 11 squares with sprinters as well, sort of reasonably reliably. It just gives massive amounts of manoeuvrability. So the question is, are there any of these going to be able to support at all, or are they all stuffed over here is the question. So just hitting obviously the lineman, yeoman, can't do any sort of dodging because they're agility 2, so that's 4 up. So it's better. So basically, if you're agility 3, you might as well dodge and hit. They're the same possibility of getting hurt, but as soon as you've got agility 2, you're dodging on a 4, so hitting is less likely to get hurt. So you might as well hit. So he's switched sides, and now the humans obviously are able to switch if needed. And so just hitting one of those players there and tagging Bo. Bo's got dodge, so can dodge away on 2s, but the snake eyes is always a possibility, so if you can force a dodge, then you might as well, why not? Just going to try and form a cage using the blitz there, and then Bo can just tuck in behind, completely safe in there, especially with sidestep. There's nothing like no harm at all. It wasn't very risky standing next to the sideline anyway, but no harm at all. Quick foul on Karla, and then just moving these red players a bit more into the action, using a couple of go for it's because they've no harm in no point in just keeping them in space. I'm going to really struggle to stop Bo from scoring here, I think. Just walking in, so we've got the catcher getting in the way and dodging out with the blitzer and sort of pushing players in the way and then getting, okay, so the blitzer has got in the way there. So what's going to happen here then? So this is his turn 8. So how is he going to get through here? Can he make it any better than a 3-up and a 2-up is the question. So he can. So if he pushes this blitzer back, then Bo's got a 3-up, 2-up through there. And is that the best he's going to get? Let's have a look. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so that's obviously better. So he got the guard piece in there, can push the blitzer back, and then just run through on a 2-up. Oh no, it's still a 2-up. It's still a 3-up, 2-up. Okay. So let's see what Bo makes this. 1, 2, dodging on 3s, succeeds, and then dodging through and scores touchdown. Cool. Okay. Setting up to stop the one-turner, which would be tricky with humans, but not at all impossible. Got any sidestep? No. So just looking for 3 pushes. So what we saw in a previous game was having this row one further back, which I think is slightly better. So 3, then 4, and then a gap, and then the extra one. So that makes it slightly easier, I think, probably, maybe, I don't know. So no need for the pickup at all, and the ball is in a useful place. There's the first push, bringing the extra player in there for the later push, actually. So that's an interesting one, is that player is useful at a sort of later stage, but it's more difficult to get them in later. So that's the second push. Coming around here just for the assist, and then a block that doesn't help with the actual chain push, but is needed to clear a space, I think. Is that right? So there's the ogre. I don't know what was going on there. Okay, cool. So not a one-turner, basically. So I think he ran out of options for the one-turner there. Just didn't quite give it enough thought. I didn't give enough thought when I was analysing it. Okay, so this isn't a final game, so there's going to be no overtime, he says. Yeah, no overtime. So part of a team game, so depending on the situation of the two, one team might be happy with the draw, the other team might not be. So again, no damage on the line of scrimmage. That happened to both teams there. Okay, so again we've got a red line. We had a blue line in the first half. Well, we had a red line as well in the first half. But now we've got a blue line as well. Is the catcher going to move up? No, catcher's just hanging back. We see this quite a lot at top level Blood Bowl. Is a player doesn't necessarily commit very early. There's no point necessarily in having the catcher up here. You can go either way. It just keeps them sort of completely safe. And then occasionally you'll get a player will run through to threaten that, to stop the hang back too much. So she's committed a single blitzer, so that now the cage has to form up here. Let's see what this cage is going to look like. Okay, so that was just a block action. Interesting, right. Okay, missed that completely. Right, so worth pushing that back a turn or so. Let's see what's going on. Can we go all the way to that half? Yeah. Okay, so beginning. There's the blue half. Right, okay, so red's turn, and this is quite nice. So what we're looking for here is that Karla is going to be used to, so we're going to push this blitzer into this hole here, and then Karla is going to be used to pushed her back, and then push the blitzer into the catcher, who then gets pushed out of the cage, basically. So that's a nice bit of play there. So let's see if it comes off. The assist in there wasn't for anything, I don't think, particularly. It was just to bring the player back into the game. So pushback or power would have done, because it just filled the hole as long as he didn't leave. So that's the catcher there. Bringing this chap round just to cancel out these two assists, because neither of them are guard. And then we've got a 2-dice blitz there. Oh, brilliant. So blitzing from that side so that the catcher pops out this way. Let's see if he gets the pow. Just gets the push and then uses the reroll to get the pow. Ball, and catches the ball. Play the game by that guy. And then the blitzer can come back, the one who was threatening. So obviously he can't get that blitzer safe. What's he got? He's got leader. So let's see if he can, but obviously not ideal from a blue point of view. Oh, got away with that. So absolutely brilliant bounce to the blitzer who caught it, and now he's going to have to run and try and get to safety. Oh, that's got to be gutting for the red player, for Spartako, because he manoeuvred something fantastic and then just didn't get literally the luck of the bounce at all. Okay. Let's see what red does now. This is where you avoid the tilt, basically, and say, right, okay, well, I did that, and it didn't quite come off. Let's keep playing and see how the game goes. That was a dodge away on a 3 there. But now he just needs. So he just needed to stop blue scoring, but obviously that gave him the chance of going forward and getting better than stopping him scoring. But now he's probably back to the stopping him scoring play, basically, because obviously that gives Spartako the win, so it gives the Bretonians the win, the Reds. Right, that's fantastic. So both down means that blue can't make progress on that side. So let's see where the blitzer goes. Just tucking into that not quite cage. See what the plan is here. This sidestep is nice. So relying on Karla being strength 4, so the Reds would have to bring 2 assists in to knock Karla back in order to be able to get to the ball carrier. Obviously, you can come around the back here as well. Though, what have we got? We've got tackle and mighty blow. So no guard here, so it's not the most secure, but could have brought the blue blitz, could have brought the ball carrier round to there maybe, but chose not to do that. That's a useful stun. So 2 stunned players. So the Reds are really a little short on players. Got 3 out, and then multiple stunned players as well. See what happens here. And obviously we've got the threat of Bogalante with the 1-turner as well. So even if blue does score, red have got that option still. No rerolls left, but still definite possibility with the move 11 only needing 2 pushes. So that's a decent move forward now from blue. Not a lot red can do about this point. Bo survives the hit, which is a bonus, as we talked about for the 1-turner. Just getting the way there, and Bo going for the hit. So making himself annoying because he's got sidestep, but putting himself into danger at the same time, because you've got this mighty blow tackle piece around somewhere. Oh, he's down there. Okay. So just pows Bo, but Bo survives and then runs in. So let's see if the 1-turner turns this draw into a win for red. So setting up like that. So just this line of 5 here. Sort of making life difficult. So alternative sort of one-turner defence there. So sidestep, the sort of setup is a bit easier. So pushing in there, pushes to there, and then this guy can get hit again. Okay, so that's cool. That was the 3-dice block there to make sure of the power really. And then we've got 3 up, 3 up, 2 up, and then a couple of go for it's, 3 go for it's for the win. Fantastic. So that's the threat of bow is always there for the one turner. But yeah, fun game that one. Good stuff. Come back next time.